everyone, it's that time of the week again where we do the weekly reads. I hope you're all well. Just quickly, if you are interested in a personal reading, donating or gifting to the channel, please see all the instructions below. If you're interested in life coaching with me, I've got currently one program left open for 6 weeks, a 6-week program, reduced rates. So just email me if you're interested in that. Remember, the readings are general. They do not resonate with you. They weren't yours to begin with. And we are going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading. And this will be for the sign of Capricorn. Wow, you're out first this week, Cappies. And because of this format that I quite accidentally picked up on my iPad, I now fit everything in. So I don't know what I did, but anyway. For those who are curious about my sound, had everything all checked out by a technician. These readings, if you can't listen to them on YouTube, nothing to do with me. In fact, I've been having a microphone on, and it's really made no difference whatsoever. My iPad tapes beautifully, and it goes up to YouTube beautifully. And when I check it on YouTube, beautiful. All right, let's get on with your reading. I've been really cold. Lover's dumping out here. I've been really cold all day, and I've put something warm on, and now I'm really warm. So the Lover's card jumping out. Okay, so the Lover's card talks about two people being divinely brought together. It is a card that represents something that is ordained by the heavens or by the angels or whatever your belief is. So that's in your reading. That's what came out first. So we'll see how we go with the whole reading, huh? Okay, so 9 of Wands coming out first. Now, the 9 of Wands is a card that talks about boundaries. When we're talking about personal boundaries or healthy boundaries, we're talking about things that we are really upfront about when we go into a relationship, what we're prepared to put up with and what we're not. Unfortunately, some people have very poor boundaries and will always try to push yours down so that they can have what they want. And it's very important that you maintain what's right for you, because if you allow other people to pull down your boundaries, then you can often feel like you're not respected or cared for. Also, the boundaries here represent, building a prison around yourself. So this is like somehow thinking that you've got to overprotect yourself in relationships too. So there are healthy boundaries and there's overprotection of yourself. And finding that balance is what helps you into a healthy relationship. I can see the Lover's card poking out still. Okay, so we have the Tower here. Now, the Tower is a card that talks about removing foundations that haven't been built in a very strong way. Sometimes we can believe, that we've got something in a relationship that's built on a healthy foundation, but then we realize after a while that what's been built really isn't healthy at all, especially if you haven't been able to hold your boundaries in a relationship. So if someone's treated you poorly in terms of how you want to be treated. So the Tower talks about breaking down old beliefs and rebuilding or reforming a foundation. The Death card is here. You've got all major arcanas coming through here. The Death card talks of some sort of change, some sort of allowing something to pass. So some of you here may be letting go of a relationship because you've built it on a faulty foundation. So you may have built on a foundation where your boundaries were not respected here. I feel like for some of you, you may not have even respected your own boundaries at some stage or another. It's possible that you could have been in a relationship that really was not serving you, but you were either persevering with it, keep investing in it, or trying to make it work Sometimes as empaths, codependents, people pleasers, we do that. We keep investing, thinking somehow or another we can fix it, we can make it right. So we keep putting more and more love into it in hope that we can repair or fix it. But as you become more enlightened or awakened, you realize you can't fix anything. And it's up to other people to fix it too. So if you're in a relationship, you can't fix it if the other person isn't fixing with you. There is a victory here. Okay, and we have the Lovers. I feel like some of you are in some sort of situation or relationship here that you built very poorly. Okay, so let's just talk about how you built it poorly. If you weren't prepared to stand up for yourself and tell somebody what you wanted in a relationship, and then they treated you really badly, but you put up with it because you felt like you loved them and you wanted to keep pushing something that they didn't want, then you have had very unhealthy boundaries, which means the relationship will have to be sort of flattened out, started again, or walked away from. And in this tower, they're literally being thrown out of this situation. So something has thrown you out of a situation in order for you to realize what you do or what sort of things you do in relationships. Now, this may not be just romantic. This can be in your family, with your friends. Sometimes when you overinvest in things, you're just asking for disaster if you do not expect to get love back and reciprocation from another person. Could be dealing with a Scorpio here because we have 2 Scorpio cards. So whoever this person is, I feel that there's either going to be some sort of turnaround here, or walking away from this person is going to turn around. And I feel the reason that this is because there is something here that's either waiting for you, but you've got to get past this energy, or in your future and you're accepting something that is not for you. Okay, so you could be trying to accept a situation or hold a relationship together, or even be hanging on to a relationship that is not meant for you. Okay, let's get into the story. Okay, so I have the 4 of Swords here, and I feel like there's some sort of realization with this card. There's something coming to light here, and I feel that perhaps it's taking some sort of time out to really understand what you've been doing up until now that hasn't been right. There's been something you've been doing in relationships that you have kept doing because you've been either taught or because it's part of what you do. And you're starting to understand it doesn't serve you anymore. You're getting your heart broken all the time, but you're about to get some sort of truth coming through here that's going to help you understand what you've been doing in relationships has not been serving you up until now. Boy, I get one. Oh, there we are. Beautiful. I was going to say, get the angle right, and then it moves off. Rightio. So we have stability here, the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands can talk about long-term relationship, having something really sturdy with someone, knowing that this is for the long haul, knowing that both parties are investing in this. It's not just you. And I feel this is what you've been struggling to do. You've been struggling to find relationships that really are worth having. Maybe you get into relationships, realize that the other party perhaps is just either using you or, you know, is not treating you in a way you deserve, and then you're sort of not finding this stability here that you're looking for. Okay, King of Pentacles coming through here. Now I feel this is your energy with the King, and there seems to be some sort of balancing out of energies here. You keep rebuilding the same things. You keep rebuilding something. You keep investing in something and not knowing how to let it go. You've been cycling. You've been going in circles here. Maybe with one person, maybe with different people. But you keep wanting to invest in the same thing. And if you're doing this with different relationships, it would be like you keep meeting the same person over and over. And there's energy here that is saying you've got to learn from this. Don't keep going through these cycles. All right. An offer is coming in here from a Page of Cups. with the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups. Rightio. So the universe is sending you in a brand spanking new relationship here. And looking at this, I think there's sort of this energy here that's saying to me, have you learned the lessons of your past here? Have you moved away from the way you used to do things? Do you understand now, if we send you in a new relationship, how to invest in a relationship and make sure the other person is loving you back? That you're not all doing all the loving, you're not doing all the fixing, you're not trying to hold things together, you're not trying to control the whole thing yourself. Do you know how to work a relationship now? Because something is coming in here. There's a soulmate or some sort of relationship being sent to you here. We have the Magician coming through here with the Page of Swords. Okay, so the first thing I see for you here that you have learned on your journey or will learn on this journey is the secret to communication. Being able to say to someone, I won't put up with that, it's not the right way of doing things, but also being able to talk about it, being able to negotiate. Some of you have been on this journey because this is the lesson you are learning here, that you have been through many times. So if someone can't communicate their feelings to you, or somebody can't express themselves to you, you've already got a problem in that situation. If somebody shuts down and doesn't want to talk to you about things, you've got a problem there. You can't do it by yourself. A partnership is a partnership. It's for both people. And I feel like here you've been trying to, it's almost like you've been trying to plug the holes in the relationships to keep them going. And the universe is saying here, we want to send you in something new here, something that will be absolutely beautiful. The Magician's here, what you've manifested, moved away from the energies that haven't served you in the past. But are you prepared here to accept this abundance? Are you prepared to take this relationship and be abundant in your relationship by speaking up, expressing yourself, and not trying to fix the other person, or perhaps even control the other person? But by understanding that a relationship goes both ways. So you need to have someone here who is able to reciprocate love, who is not cold. And a lot of you here have been repeating relationships with people who are cold and unable to express their own love. But whoever's coming in here meets you eye to eye. You're not dealing with someone who has difficulty expressing themselves. This person's going to love you back. This person will love you the way that you love other people, but not in an unhealthy way. This is about building something based in equality, communication, and a sharing of love. I feel this king of representatives. Duh. Somebody told me yesterday it was going into Mercury retrograde, and that was probably while I was having trouble talking. I think that the King of Pentacles here represents you as the Queen of Pentacles, your equal counterpart here. So I feel like you're getting stability from this person, but without repeating old patterns here. And the old pattern feels to me like you've either been finding people who couldn't express themselves or who weren't prepared to talk about their own feelings. Cold people. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands here. So this tells me straight away you've understood how to put boundaries in place. Something had to be taken down here to be rebuilt. Some sort of change had to occur within you to now give you this victory, to allow you to move into something that is equal, beautiful, and part of where you need to go. Look at that, waiting for your ships to come in. All right, so you are now waiting for your person here to come your way. Because you've done the work, Capricorn, you're understanding other people not being able to invest the same way as you have. And despite the fact a lot of readers really give Capricorns a hard time, we're ardent, passionate people. And that seems to be forgotten when people talk about Capricorns. They talk about us being all work and no play. But we are incredibly playful. And we really love very, very deeply. So I feel you here. If you've been repeating some sort of pattern, I hope that you understand how to move forward and sort of not do those same things again that perhaps you've done in the past. Put up with people who are not treating you how you need to be treated or not loving you back. Oh, there we go. We have the card of the Swan coming out. And I want to say to you, before I even say anything, swans mate for life. Okay. It's number 67. 67. Gliding with grace, nothing is withheld from this beautiful soul. It can discern what is genuine, authentic, loving, and what is from the ego parading. Even though the most impressive words or gestures, even through the most impressive words or gestures, this soul can sense the holding within of a core of fearful separation from the divine. With grace, it allows all to be and moves amongst this world with inspiring light and grace. Paramahamsa, the great swan, the soul that moves the souls of others, is reaching to you now. The guru, the teacher, the light of love that is all. You are blessed by a sacred divine relationship with the essence of life itself that adores you and wants you only to be free. This oracle reaches to you now, indicating that you are held within the grace of a great soul, a teacher of the heart, of the spirit, and there is endless light bestowed upon you for protection. Your path ahead is assured. Soon you will be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitability in your attainment of the spiritual goals closest to your heart. Be with your practice of love. Through meditation, yoga, kindness, nature, dancing, singing, whatever speaks to your heart, and know that you are one with the divine. It's only a matter of time before you really realize it. Wow. Beautiful. What a beautiful energy. Have a wonderful week.